From the textbook, Interviewing and Counseling Skills for Canadians, written by Bob Shabib, Immediacy is a tool for exploring, evaluating, and deepening counseling relationships. All relationships, including counseling relationships, are subject to periodic conflict and may arise from communication problems and many other reasons. Such conflict has potential to be destructive, but it also has a great opportunity for further development of a relationship. Our video assignment is based on employment assistance. A client and our counselor are working on assistance in finding our client a full-time job. In this video, we will be presenting the negative components of a bad interview.
So we have about 5 minutes left of our time together. Is there anything else you'd want to talk about?
Actually, there is. You keep showing me jobs that I have zero interest in. That factory job you told me about, I would never want to work in a factory. You didn't even ask me if I would be interested in it. You just went ahead and sent them my resume.
I don't know why you feel that way. You came to me for employment help and that's what I've been giving you.
I feel like we aren't communicating at all. Instead of asking me what I want to do, you go ahead and do what you think I should do.
I understand. I just thought you wouldn't want to be on Ontario Works longer than you needed to be.
Actually, you don't understand. I've been unemployed for a year now, trying to make ends meet for my child and I. You just sit there and judge. You've never felt the way that I've been feeling since I lost my job. Do you think I want to be on Ontario Works? It's so embarrassing to have the government supporting my child because I can't. You don't understand at all.
I'm trying to help you as much as I can. You didn't tell me that you're having these issues until today. Listen, my next appointment is about to start, so I'll have to end here. Let's finish this conversation next week and hopefully we can resolve it then.
Some negative components in the negative interview was the counselor does not ask the client what jobs they would like to pursue, what field they are interested in working in, and the communication is impacted because of this. Other negative components in the bad interview was counselor uses you statements instead of I statements, counselor becomes defensive, client brings up communication issues instead of the counselor bringing them up, counselor does not show empathy toward or understanding towards the client, counselor leaves the discussion to the end of the session where there's not enough time to reach a resolution. During the session, the client and the counselor are presenting good interviewing.
So we're about halfway through our session right now, but there's something that I would like to discuss before we end today.
Okay, is everything alright? Did I do something wrong?
No, you didn't do anything wrong. It's just something I've noticed recently that I would like to bring up and work on our communication a bit more as well.
I think our communication's great. You were able to get me 2 job interviews in the past 4 weeks, which is great. You can submit resumes for me without even asking.
I'm really happy to hear that you feel so confident about our communication, but there's just something that I would like to talk about. So me submitting your resumes on your behalf, I feel like we can bring that to the next level and have you start doing it yourself.
Oh really? Because I thought we were doing great.
I believe that it really has moved you into your next steps, but because I've been submitting these resumes for you, when I'm not around, it won't be able to get done, and I feel like we should move your skills up some more so that way you can do it when I'm not here for you.
Okay, but I don't think I can do it on my own. I get really nervous talking to people, especially talking to someone about a potential job.
Yeah, I hear you on that. I understand that it can be very nerve-wracking, and I myself was there once before, but I was able to sit down with somebody and work it through step by step and make goals in order to progress forward.
Really? Because I saw a job a few weeks ago that I was interested in, but I've been out of work for a year now and I didn't know how to apply for it or where to start for job searching.
Well, that's an excellent start for where you are right now, and you know what, we should sit down together and look at that and work through step by step how we're going to apply for that job if you're interested.
Yeah, that'd be great. That would really benefit me because then I can apply for it by myself without any help.
Yeah, excellent, because you know what's best for yourself, and for me, sitting here, I just applying to jobs what I interpreted you would enjoy, but we never actually had that discussion.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you so much for bringing it up. I never realized it before.
Yeah, good. Do you feel like things are resolved now?
I definitely think our communication issue has been resolved. How are you supposed to know what jobs I'm interested in? So, thank you.
Yeah, not a problem. And you know what? Next week we'll start on looking at that job that you were really interested in, okay?
Okay, sounds great. Thank
See
you.
you next week.
See ya.
During the interview, some positive components include the counselor and the client having proper communication skills, building a rapport with the client to understand where the client would best fit in the career field, and asking the client where they might like to work. Other positive components in a good example are counselor is empathetic towards the client and their feelings. Client brings up the communication issue in the beginning of the interview. Issue is brought up in enough time to reach a resolution. Counselor suggests that they make a goal for the end. Counselor gives client her full attention.